This is one of the weirdest recalls I've ever seen. The Volkswagen ID4, every single one that's been purchased in the United States, every single one of them that's sitting at a dealership, they've all been recalled.
EVs are killing Volkswagen. Is Volkswagen losing the electric car race? One of the EV reliability reports has left the EV world shattered. The CEO of Volkswagen has announced a major pushback against electric vehicles, leaving everyone shocked. VW is not competitive anymore. We are bleeding money, and the roof is on fire. These are the words of VW CEO Thomas Schaefer in a recent investors meeting. There are things to worry about when the CEO himself makes a troubling statement like this. Are EVs becoming impractical and non-reliable, especially for Volkswagen? Let's unveil the truth. Recent statistics have stated that there is a 50% weaker demand for Volkswagen EVs. What is happening to Volkswagen? Volkswagen, the German car maker, which is also the biggest automobile maker in the world, right up there with Toyota, is in trouble. VW's demands are falling, and despite this setback, they are not ready to lower the prices of electric vehicles. More than 1,000 workers were fired due to the financial crisis. EV productions have stopped. The competition experienced by Tesla, BYD, etc. is choking VW. VW nearly crumbled and collapsed. When the panic button for EVs is alarming, why does VW have to be worried? From its outdated interior cabin to its massively overpriced car, VW is having a very tough time adapting to EVs or electrifying America. Volkswagen has just fallen behind in the battery electric vehicle race. The big problem is China, where actually we expect Volkswagen to go backwards this year in terms of sales volumes. In a market where EV sales are expected to grow by more than a quarter in 2023, Volkswagen sales are expected to shrink by 7%, as per the forecast by Global Data, a data analytics company. The group now sits in 8th place in China's fast-growing market for electric vehicles, where BYD holds the first spot, followed by Tesla. In 2019, when Volkswagen mapped out its electric vehicle future, it was the world's biggest car maker with mind-bending credits, with every chance of overtaking Tesla as the #1 manufacturer of battery-powered vehicles by the middle of this decade. Volkswagen will change radically, then CEO Herbert Diess said. But in 2023 to 24, VW is struggling to stand on their own feet. Tesla overshoots VW along with BYD. What is VW's issue with EVs? Let's see. VW was a company that cared about making quality cars for their customers, but as they shifted to electric vehicles as a part of electrifying America, they started experiencing struggles. Their interior casting is outdated, their prices are higher than others, which eventually caused a decline in the demand for VW in the electric vehicle market. The CEO has confirmed the collapse through his words, "With many of our pre-existing structures, processes, and high costs, we are no longer competitive as the Volkswagen brand, and we are facing strong customer reluctance in the EV sector." To cope with the financial struggle, they are even charging high for emergency services. A lady called Taylor Shepard was asked to pay $150 to get the GPS coordinates. When her car got carjacked while her baby was inside, she reached out to the VW's CarNet service, and she got a reply that she had to pay $150 to reactivate the GPS and to get the coordinates. The global power in automobile manufacturing is charging high even for basic needs. When it comes to the production sector of VW, they put a halt to the production of 2 of their flagship EV models at their Germany factory, citing the shrinkage in the demand cut in subsidies. What shocks the customers more is that 70% of the cars made in their factory are for the companies. The fact that the demand for VW's electric vehicles is declining is evident. Now the question comes, why do they face this setback? One of the main reasons for such setbacks is the overprice of the electric vehicle. The middle class is the most evident group among which this demand declines. There are 4 areas where electric vehicles of VW lack the most. Which are they? First comes battery. The batteries don't perform efficiently in extreme conditions. Lithium-ion batteries used in electric vehicles are sensitive to extremely hot or cold weather. The battery performance can be reduced in such situations, affecting the vehicle's driving range and charging time. The driving range is reduced by around 30%. This gradually affects the life expectancy of the battery. The second biggest problem, if you ask, is charging. Charging the EVs is becoming a Herculean task since the infrastructure has not been developed that much. The blame goes to the government. Even though there are different incentives by the government for electric vehicles, nothing is delivering a fruitful result. Now, when it comes to maintenance, the electric vehicle is more prone to maintenance than a petrol or diesel vehicle. Reports say that they are 97% more prone to maintenance. When it comes to the maintenance charge, it is even higher than that of petrol or diesel vehicles. A static says that an average of $6,000 is needed for the maintenance of electric vehicles every year. Next is the outdated interior. The squeaky interior often disappoints the customers. The only relevant question that they ask is why they should spend double the amount for a car that is so squeaky for them to sit in. Why spend $60,000 when you can get something better at $30,000? This question does make sense, right? Another major problem that they face is the neck-to-neck competition faced by Tesla, owned by Elon Musk, and BYD, which is a Chinese company. There is nothing to be surprised if the demand for VW's electric vehicles is declining because Tesla and BYD are providing better options for customers around the world for much lower prices. Will Volkswagen be able to come back and bounce back at the rivalries? Of course! Unlike newer entrants, Volkswagen has also had to run an existing business that churns out millions of combustion engine cars each year and still accounts for the vast majority of the group's sales and profit. Maintaining that pace and demand range will help VW to hold on to the situation and will give them the space for adaptation. In the first 9 months of this year, EVs made up just 8% of the group's deliveries, or 531,500 of 6.8 million vehicles sold. Volkswagen is targeting a 50% share by 2030. Research and development in this field will be needed for the betterment. The scope for price relaxation is the need of the hour. When people get better options at better prices, there should be something to hold people back. The scope for widening the choices or varieties should be taken care of. Tesla and BYD are providing plenty of options to the customers, which gives them the power to choose. Battery health developments, along with research in the area, are needed. The company is investing billions to build its batteries, which will reduce production costs. It not only reduces the production cost, but also gives them the opportunity to improvise according to the needs of customers. These are the endless possibilities VW can utilize to get back on track. It is evident that there are solid reasons why VW will bounce back, but right now, they are finding life a bit tricky. Thus, they are trying to start bailing the water out of the sinking ship. They tend to focus on small wins now. They will now focus on coming back to the senses and listening to the buyers. What do you think it is the time for VW to drop electric vehicles? Do let us know in the comments. Hit the like button and subscribe for more automotive news that sprouts in the industry. Until we meet again.